the fucking, like, it's so funny how hypocritical that shit is. Like, the part that really gets me is the part that's like, you, like, you're a grimy slut because you unblocked my ex, but I FaceTimed yours. Like, that shit hits different, like, period, love.
Time change, we're different, but my mind still says.
Hello, motherfucker. I meant hobknockers. I forgot. We don't use vulgar language anymore. Anyway. Hey guys, my name's Ramos. Welcome back to my channel. Ew, I don't want to ever say that again, maybe. Today I have a really good story time for you. Like, it's not even like to be petty. It's not out of spite. Like, I literally just laugh at it now. Like, I'm not even mad about it anymore. So like, that's why it like took me a while to like film, because I didn't want to film it when I still had like emotions from it. Like, now it's just like funny. Like, the concept of it is funny. Obviously not gonna say any names or anything like that, because I don't want people to get hate and I don't want it to like actually start drama. Like, I just want to sit here and like have a one-on-one with you guys and like tell you guys a fucking funny ass story. I'm back. I know you guys are like, damn, she's actually like being consistent this time. This is weird. But last week I didn't upload. I'm being consistent this time? That's weird. Last week I didn't upload. Last week I didn't upload because I was in Chicago, and you guys, if you follow my Instagram or anything, y'all know how Chicago is. Like, I'm just gonna be honest, like, I did not have time to film because we were just, me and Holly had like 3 days together, and we wanted to just like spend time with each other and like have fun and not like, you know, worry about filming. But next time I go to Chicago, we might film something. I don't know. I've just been like, not to be like a down-to-earth like fucking hippie bitch, but I've just been so loving just like spending genuine time with people with like no fucking electronics and shit. I don't know, I've been fucking with it. Like, ironic coming from like a social media influencer, but like, whatever. But this story time is so fucking funny. I cannot wait to tell you this. But before I get started, make sure you guys follow my social medias and keep up with me on there, because obviously I'm more active on fucking Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok than I am on YouTube. So if you guys want like, you know, behind the scenes, feel free to follow those. Make sure you guys like this video if you want more story times, because it just, number one, helps my engagement, and number two, lets me know what you guys want to see more of. And subscribe if you like this story, because I got a lot more tricks up my sleeve, and like, I'm just so fucking funny. Like, all right, so we're gonna lay out this story in the best way possible. I do have text messages on my phone that I need to pull up during this, and this shit, oh my god. Like, I literally cannot believe it's real. Like, you know those like stories that you have with people where you're like, can't even like believe that they reacted that way? Like, that is how this one is. Like, it's just so funny now that I look back on it. I don't want to like say it's funny, because whenever you say something's funny, it's like not really funny after you like, you know, hype it up 10 times. So like, I'm just gonna stop. It's kind of fucked actually, but I'm just using humor to cope. Anyway, so let's lay out the story. So I have a guy best friend, right? I had a subscriber that I was friends with, and so I didn't really consider her a subscriber after this. I considered her more of like a friend, which makes it even a little more fucked. But I feel like the subscriber is just a little cute little cherry on top. I had my best friend Holly was actually involved in it. And the only reason that Holly got involved is because things got a little bit fucky, and you know, Holly's like one of those friends that like, whenever I'm in anything, she just always has my back. Love you, Holly Doyle. That is why Holly's involved in this, because you're probably like, what the fuck? So let's go back. We need to take a trail down memory lane right here and show you guys how this all started. So I used to do these Zoom things back in the day, like fucking people, I guess YouTubers that interact with their subscribers, the few ones that do at least, have like different things that they do to connect with their I can't even fucking talk, Jesus. They have different things that they do to interact with their subscribers, and I guess at the current time, my thing was like Zoom meetings. I literally paid $15 a fucking month for fucking Zoom so that I could like have like big meeting with you guys. And it was actually really fun, you know, until like trolls from my hometown that like have nothing else to fucking do besides like sit on the only YouTuber in their town's Zoom harassing them, like joined. But other than that, they were like really fucking fun. Anywho, fuck LAUR and Ramos, am I right? So I had these Zoom meetings, and I actually became friends with a lot of subscribers from those, because like, I like am not just saying it to like flatter y'all when I say I fuck with you. Like, I fuck with you guys, and like when I talk to you guys like face to face or video chat or anything, like I like becoming friends with you. Like, you guys are good friends and I love you. Most of you for that matter. That will be explained in a second. actually really fucking started vibing with this one subscriber that was literally in my Among Us Zoom video. And she was really nice, she was really pretty, she was funny, and she was like my age, so I was like, fuck it, like let's be friends. And we started like talking. But she started talking, this is so weird. One of my like guy best friends, not gonna say any names, was like getting along with her and talking to her more than I was, which is fine, like, you know, be friends with who you want, but it's just a little bit weird because it was like my subscriber. Then I started to realize that like them two were like a little more than just friends, and I was like, okay. Next thing you know, my friend hits me up and is like, yo, do you want to come to South Carolina with me? Like, I'm going down to see, let's give her a fake name, fucking Melissa. Sorry for your name, Melissa. I always forget about that. And he was like, yo, like I'm going down to South Carolina to see Melissa, like you trying to come? And I was like, that's my fucking subscriber, like obviously I'm gonna fucking come, like what do you even mean? My ex was still like harassing me at the time, if that makes sense. Like you're only gonna get this if like you have been like fucking stalked and harassed by your ex after y'all broke up. So he was like flipping his shit, right? Like he was like flipping the fuck out and shit that I was going with one of my guy friends. He had no right to, because we weren't dating at this point, but he was just flipping the shit out. He was like, you're going to South fucking Carolina, like with this guy, like blah, blah, blah. I don't know, man. It's just like, why did I let that like even happen? Like obviously I still fucking went, like I wasn't dating you anymore, fucker, like you literally cheated on me, like you good? I went, we hung out with her. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I didn't really talk to her that much at this point, so I probably wouldn't have went if it wasn't for my friend wanting to see her. But like I was still down because, you know, that's a subscriber, let's fucking go. But I just didn't really know her that well. Like my friend knew her more than I knew her, so it was a little bit weird. So I get there and everything's fine. We actually had a great time. I met this guy down there that I really liked at the time. We don't fucking talk anymore, like he's an ass. I kind of like cut up his sweatshirt.
Do you still want your sweatshirt back? Just wondering.
But that's another story for another time. Should I even include this part in here? Like I feel like I should, because this just like adds a little spice. Like this story's getting a lot deeper now, actually. Wait a second, there's like a whole nother part to this story that I haven't even thought about, because I kind of just sit down and like start filming. I don't even like process the actual like idea before I sit, so as I talk I just feel like there's just more shit to add on. So I met this guy down there, we were like talking, we were like vibing, you know, we liked each other, blah blah blah. It was good, it was fine. And then obviously me and my friend had to go home and everything was chill. Like I mean, nothing really happened between my guy friend and the subscriber, like my friend, what the fuck was her name, Melissa. Nothing really happened between my friend and Melissa except for like kissing and shit. I don't really know, TMI. I don't know, like it was fun, and like, you know, I met someone down there, so I was kind of like, oh shit, I like need to go back now, you know? And so me and my friend drove home and everything was cool, and then I actually ended up flying back to see the guy, and it was so fucking fun. I went like Black Friday shopping with her, like it was so, it was just fun. Like I was having a good time, and I was actually like really becoming good friends with her, and I was like really getting to know her and starting to fuck with her. And then like the guy was just like being flaky, and like he's kind of like socially awkward, so like it was hard to like talk to him, I guess. Like I would like talk to him and shit, but like he would just give me, he's just one of those guys who like doesn't really have the best social skills. Not to be like an ass or anything, but that's just like how it was. And so he would like just be flaky, and like it was just getting weird, so I was kind of just done with that shit. I was like, whatever, fuck you. And that was kind of over, but I was still like cool with Melissa. And I went without my guy friend that time, by the way. So that was fine. We got really close during that time. We did a few YouTube lives together, everything was chilling. I flew to Chicago and then I flew back home. When I got back home, my crazy ass ex, who was like still very in love with me at the time, not to sound like, oh my god, like everybody's so in love with me, but like if any of y'all know who I'm talking about, you probably understand. Like it wasn't flattery at all, like he's just fucking weird. He finds out that I talked to this kid and gets mad, even though again we are broken up, so therefore that feeling is a little bit not invalid, but like you can't give me shit about what I do after you literally cheat on me and I break up with you. Anywho, I go back home. My ex is like freaking out, stalking me, giving me shit. This is where it gets fucking hilarious, like, because this really shows who my ex was as a person. My ex doxes the kid from South Carolina that I had like a fling with. Doxes him, like calls his fucking phone, like threatens to call his parents, threatens to go to his house, which is just really weird and stalkerish since it wasn't like my boyfriend. If it was like my boyfriend, I feel like that would have been like not okay, but like better. But like, no, he was just like literally harassing this kid. And I was kind of like pissed. I was like, what are you doing? Like, leave him the fuck alone. You know, that's not cool. But like, I know how he is, so I wasn't really surprised, which is kind of sad. And then like the kid that I was talking to from South Carolina was just like getting a kick out of it. He thought it was so funny, like all this shit. And they just are just calling back and forth, like, and then my ex is like saying the most vulgar shit, the kid I was talking to from South Carolina. And I was just kind of like, dude, stop. Like, I don't want you to like ruin this shit. And this is before me and the kid from South Carolina ended things. So I was kind of like, stop, like, you're gonna fucking ruin it. But obviously, why would my ex give a shit? Like, he like wanted to date me, so why would he care if like he was gonna ruin what I had going on with someone else, you know? He was just saying like, you're a low-life piece of shit, like you work at Chick-fil-A, like just making fun of him for like working, which doesn't make sense because this kid literally worked at a fucking like grocery store. Not that that's like bad or anything, but you can't like make fun of someone for working at Chick-fil-A when you work at a grocery store. Like, that's kind of like, you know, the same level, I feel like. I don't know, just don't make fun of people for fucking working in general. It's stupid. Like, at least they're making money, you know? And just like my ex was just being like an ass, like a total fucking ass. Anywho, it got like a little too much. The kid I was talking to from South Carolina got like a little freaked out with how fucking crazy my ex was. And my ex ended up making a bullshit lie that we were still dating when I went to South Carolina, which is fucking bullshit. I broke up with that bitch like summer, I think it was August. I literally posted a TikTok the day I dumped him because he like fucking cheated on me. I don't want to be like, I'm single, fuck you. And so his story was complete utter bullshit, but like the kid believed him. And then obviously the kid was mad. The kid from South Carolina, he was like, fuck you, like you cheated on me, like you fucked with me when you were dating someone else, which wasn't true. And I was just like, you know what, my ex just like wants to fuck up everything good for me. Like, fuck it. Like, you live in South Carolina anyway, like this whole thing isn't really worth it. Like, believe what you want. Because I was literally telling him my side of the story, but he wasn't believing me. He was like, no, you fucking cheated on me, like you were dating him. Like, literally was not dating him, by the way. So that shit ended really fast. And then the kid from South Carolina got mad at me because like, I hate that shit, by the way. Like, when someone tells someone else a lie about you and they don't even like come to you like asking you, but they just like come to you like what they heard is like an absolute fact, and there's no fucking possible way that anything you could say could change their mind. The naive bullshit needs to stop. Like, dude, you can't hear one side of the story and just fucking like ride with it and think it's like fucking holy grail right there. Like, fuck that shit. Like, cause I was trying to tell him, I was like, dude, we weren't. But you know, who believes LAUR? Fucking no one. Anyway, the kid from South Carolina started saying like a lot of fucking rude shit to me out of nowhere. Like, shit that he didn't even mean. Because I know he didn't mean it. Because why would he like fucking be trying to fuck with me so hard and like want something with me? And like, he was like introducing me to his fucking parents and shit after like the first time that we met. And he gave me his fucking sweatshirt and all this other shit. In other words, man's liked me. So anything that he was saying that was like trying to take a shot at me was bullshit, because you wouldn't have liked me if you actually thought those things, you know what I mean? So obviously I got mad. And then the little cute little sweatshirt he gave me, he said something that was so funny. He was like, I need to find the message. He was like, if you do anything to my fucking sweatshirt, like you will regret it. Like, it gave me like Neville Papperman vibes. Like, he was like, you'll rue the day like that you touch my fucking sweatshirt. As if his sweatshirt was like some fucking like last piece of clothing at a Supreme drop or some shit. He was just like, if you touch my sweatshirt, like that's my favorite sweatshirt. It was so funny, dude. It's my favorite sweatshirt, like that type of shit. And then, you know, my dumb ass, I was like I was just mad because number one, he wasn't believing me. He was believing my fucking psychotic ex over me, who he knows is psycho. He was just saying all this fucking vulgar ass shit to me, and I ain't do shit. Like, free me, dude. Like, play the tiny violin for Lauren, because I didn't do shit in this situation. So I was kind of just like, what the fuck? Like, fuck you. Fuck your favorite sweatshirt. Like, I'll cut that shit right up. So I did cut his sweatshirt up. I think that was like kind of the end of that. Like, it was just funny. And then like my ex and like the kid from South Carolina like started like tag teaming me, not like in a sexual way, ew, but like kind of just like ganging up on me. And I was just like, whatever, like fuck it. Like, I'm so used to my ex trying to ruin my life that I wasn't really even phased at that point. But that was really the end of that situation. But that situation plays a part in the main part of the story that I'm about to talk about now. So here we go. I was just sitting on the couch with my guy best friend that I originally went to South Carolina with, right? It's getting a little confusing. Like, I don't even know if I can keep up. And you know what he tells me? He was like, I don't know why he told me this, because he knows I don't give a fuck about my ex, but like, he was like, yo, your ex like crashed his car into a mailbox. And like, I wasn't surprised. Like, my ex drove drunk. Like, my ex was a piece of shit, like doesn't care for anyone. So like, obviously I was like not surprised at all. But I was kind of like, how do you know that? my ex hates my guy best friend too. And he was like, someone told me. And I was like, who? And he was like, none of your business or something. Like something that was like insinuating that like I would care who it was. So I just obviously, you know, my stubborn ass just kept trying to get it out of him. And I was like, no, fucking tell me this shit right now. Like, and he goes, oh, it was Melissa, my fucking subscriber from South Carolina. Literally the last person I thought it was gonna be. And so obviously I got like inflamed with rage, because just put this into perspective for you. Imagine you had like an ex who literally cheated on you, like mentally fucked you up, like just made your life a living hell for the past 1.5 years, right? And you ranted to your friend about it, which was like my subscriber. Just like told her everything. She saw me going through all this shit. And the audacity, she like FaceTimed him behind my back. Like, sis, you were watching my videos, like supporting me for like years, but you just stabbed me in the back that easily? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, that's not fucking cool. Like, so obviously I was like pissed. Like, any normal human in that situation would have been angry. Like, the biggest thing about it is after I found out, obviously I texted her and I was like pissed. I was like, what the fuck? She got mad at me for like being upset over the situation, as if like it wasn't a legit reason to be mad. That's probably the part that pisses me off the most about this entire thing. Isn't even the fact that she FaceTimed him, but the fact that I wasn't allowed to be upset at that. Let me like read like the, oh god, just like the fucking like the aftermath of all this shit, like the aftershock of like her fucking like FaceTiming my ex and me getting mad about it. She got pissed. And like, so the day before I found that out, she actually sent me screenshots of like this guy who she was talking to at the time, and I think they stopped talking, right? And he started saying shit like, your friends are hotter than you anyway. Like, he was like, what's Lauren's number? What's Lauren's Snapchat? And you know, I was a good friend, and this is also before I found out that she was fucking with my ex. Like, not fucking with, but like FaceTiming, still fucked. And she was like, my friends don't want you. And she sent me the screenshot, and I was kind of like, yeah, like why the fuck would I want to fuck with your ex? Like, that's fucked up. And she just said, can you block him on everything? So I did, because I'm a good friend, you know, as any fucking friend should do, as she should have done. So I block him on everything, and I'm like, trust me, like, I don't want anything to do with that. I wouldn't do that to you. And also wasn't really my type, not really a military guy girl, but thank you for your service, guys. Anyway, I blocked him on everything. And then this is literally the day after I blocked that man on everything, I found out she FaceTimed my ex. So that even, that just makes me even more mad, because I was sitting there like a dumbass being a good friend, blocking her ex because she felt uncomfortable while she was literally FaceTiming mine. Like, how much more of a dumbass can I be? Like, how much dumber can Lauren get? The world may never fucking know. Obviously, after I confronted her and told her that I had a problem with it, she was getting mad at me for being upset about her FaceTiming my ex-boyfriend. So let me actually get the receipts from this shit, because this is where Holly gets involved. So not only was she giving me a fucking fit for being mad, but let me go in this group chat real quick. Want to clear the air since Lauren loves to play the victim like the immature person she is. I never called her ex or spoke to him. He called me or spoke to him. I mean, but like that already doesn't make sense, because if he called you and you answered, like, I don't give a fuck who called who. Like, you shouldn't talk to someone's ex after you tell them to block yours. That's like, bitch. Lauren is playing victim per usual, even though I blocked him after he called me, which is also a lie, because they FaceTimed like multiple fucking times, and they played Xbox together, which I found out that lovely detail too. So I'm just putting this in here so I have witnesses, Lauren. If you post about me, or if you don't take the YouTube videos down with me in them, an attorney will be contacted. Lauren thinks it's cute and mature to now text my ex and talk shit about me. Number one, I never talked shit about you to your ex. And number two, yeah, I kind of did unblock her ex after she fucking FaceTimed mine, because I felt like a fucking idiot for blocking him in the first place when she wouldn't do the same for me. So not even gonna lie, I'm guilty in that aspect. Yes, I fucking unblocked her ex after I found out she was FaceTiming my ex. If I'm a horrible person for that, then like, so fucking be it. That's fair. And she said this in a group chat with me, Holly, and then my guy friend. She said, Lauren thinks it's cute and mature to now text my ex and talk shit about me. Apparently I'm the immature one. Holly, you're a sweetheart, and we probably won't be friends because of Lauren. Austin, love you and talk to you on Xbox later. Honestly, Lauren, I pray you find it in you to not be a piece of shit person and not speak to my ex, but if you'd like to, he's all yours. Enjoy my sloppy seconds, and I hope all of you have a good day. So number one, she thought I was trying to get with her ex. Like, she must really think her taste is like golden or some shit if she thought like I unblocked him because I wanted to like fucking get in there or some shit. Like, trust me, by this time I learned my lesson with South Carolina boys. Like why would I, any fucking way, She's very cocky, if you can't tell, so you know. But just like, that doesn't make sense. I'm a piece of shit person for doing exactly what you did. So that's kind of like fucking hypocritical, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, she literally just said, like, in different words, Lauren, I FaceTimed your ex, but I swear to fucking God, if you text mine, you're a piece of shit. Like, fuck you. I said, dude, my sarcastic ass, I said, period, love. Holly's already seen the text though, so kind of awk. And she said, what text, Lauren? You talking to my boy toy? Nice fucking boy toy, by the way. She said, I would never add your ex on Snap, text him or have him on Instagram, but you continue to be a grimy slut. Have a great day, y'all. This is just funny because anyone who knows me personally knows, like, I'm not even like the hookup type. I'm not even really the dating type. Like, in other words, boys are like the least of my fucking worries. I'm not the type to like need a boy to be happy. Like, I kind of fuck with being single. Like, the majority of my life, I've fucked with being single. I haven't even like tried a relationship. I've rejected any chance I had at a relationship. I guess until now. So like, it's funny that she was calling me like a slut because I don't know. Just not gonna, I don't like slut shaming. I don't. But like, let me just say that there is some irony in that message. And like, Holly was kind of like, fuck you. Holly said, who are you calling a grimy slut? Because like, you know, Holly was like, why are you talking to her like that? Like, that's fucked up. I don't know, it's just interesting how easily she could switch from like a person who like admired me and like supported me to someone that was totally just like trying to break me down. I think that change in character was like really fucking interesting, like from a psychological standpoint. And like, not only did she send those messages, but then she started telling the kid that I was talking to from South Carolina to start saying some rude shit to me, which is like, I guess it was a combination of like my ex and her both telling the kid that I was talking to shit that made him like be so fucking rude to me, which makes sense, I guess, like 2v1, you know, whatever, like who are you gonna trust? She told him to like say all this shit, and I knew that she typed it because they typed two completely different ways. Like, the kid I was talking to from South Carolina has like his auto caps on, right? Not to be like a fucking detective over here, but he has his auto caps on, and then this girl had her auto caps off. And all the message that like he was sending to me looked a little copy and pasted because he has his fucking auto caps on. So I knew that everything that he was saying was from her basically. And it was like, she's like prettier than you. Like, all, like he was just trying to like take shots at me to like hurt me. But like, I don't know how to say this without sounding like an ass. I'm kind of satisfied with myself. So like, basically, my confidence doesn't rely on what other people say to me. So like, in other words, whatever he was saying to me like wasn't really hurting my feelings, even though them two were probably sitting there like, oh my God, this is gonna make her cry tonight, like this is gonna fuck her up. Nah, dude, I was like chilling. It was actually kind of entertaining. Everybody just kind of fucking turned against me, and like the root of it was like my ex, and then the fan or friend, I don't even want to call her a friend anymore just because of what she did, or even a subscriber, because like, supporters of you should not do that shit, you know? It's kind of fucked. After that, I kind of chilled with like the Zooms and like talking to my subscribers for a little. I don't want to base my judgment of all of you off of one experience, but that shit did kind of like rub me the wrong fucking way. Like, I was kind of pissed after that, and like obviously hurt because I had, you know, spent time with this girl and like her family and thought that she was like a good person, and then it was just all kind of like blew up in my face. But you know, Holly's a subscriber too. She started off as like a subscriber, and she has been like the most loyal friend I've ever had. We're on like our 4th or 5th year of friendship at this point, so obviously I know that there's still good like people out there. And like I said, I'm not gonna base off being friends with subscribers off of one bad experience, because there's good people and bad people in the world in general, and you just have to find the good ones, I guess. I don't know. I guess my takeaway from this whole situation is like the fucking, like, it's so funny how hypocritical that shit is. Like, the part that really gets me is the part that's like, you, like, you're a fucking grimy slut because you unblocked my ex, but I FaceTimed yours. Like, that shit hits different, like, period, love. Like, and then Holly was just a really good friend in this situation, and then my guy best friend didn't really do anything wrong. He like didn't defend me, but he didn't really do anything wrong, so like, he's chill, whatever. Still friends with him, still cool with him. Then my ex, you know, just still a piece of shit. And then the kid from South Carolina, I don't really have a problem with anymore. Like, he's just too naive for me, like easily impressionable. Like, if someone were to tell him something, like, he wouldn't even try to actually get the real story. He just like believes shit the second he sees it. Like, he's the type of dude to like get medical advice from Google, you know what I mean? So kind of glad that's over. Like, all in all, trying to like be mature about this, like, it's over. I don't really give a fuck about it anymore. I just thought you guys would get a kick out of the story because it's kind of like, damn, like, a subscriber really stabbed you in the back too. Like, I do have more stories And like I try to keep like a lighthearted vibe other than like a fucking like serious like deep personal vibe now, because I don't know, I'm just tired of being so fucking like negative and like hating life. So I try to like use humor to cope with like shit like that. Like I don't, you know, there's bigger problems to worry about than like a subscriber turning on you, you know? It's just like, I don't know, just a little like cute little life lesson at the end of this like dumbass story time. But I do have more videos coming, so let me know what you guys want to see in the comments, and make sure you guys keep my post notifications on. And I guess I will see you in the next one, and I hope you enjoyed my fucking like shitty ass like friends. Like I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye!